Cancel.
Schweezy.
So now I bet you're wondering, Schweezy, what have you been watching on the television this week? And I know you didn't ask, but I'm about to tell you. So, first program I watched was the 685-pound teen. So, follows a kid named Justin. He weighs 685 pounds at his first weigh-in with his weight loss doctor. So, he could have weighed more, could have weighed less, but when he weighs in with the doctor, he weighs 685 pounds. Now, there's a thought here. Why would you give him his own special on TLC when they already have a show called My 600-Pound Life? Now, a couple possibilities that I have not researched. I bet it could be an easy Google search, but it sounds like not my problem. Sounds like your problem. It could have been before the show was made. And it's weird with the My 600-Pound Life how they're continuing to make episodes. We have a weight problem in America, okay? I think it's just mental illness, that an addiction type shit. But we're not here to bum you out. I'm here to make you laugh. And he's from Amarillo, Texas. Now, my friend's wife, and she is also my friend, FYI. Just wanted to point that out, but I knew him first. So, therefore, he gets the plug. She is from Amarillo, so I'm assuming they're best friends, even though she was not on the documentary. So a kid named Justin, he's in high school, and he's actually, so basically 685 pounds, but they also make this effort to know that he's actually a pretty good singer. Like, he sings at church. He has, like, a dream of singing on Broadway, and, like, he has a good voice. For, like, a teenager, like, his voice is pretty good. Like, he keeps working and practicing and keeps trying to learn, goes to school. I think he would need to go to school to just kind of, like, work on some chops with a very, very good doctor. A doctor in, vocal performance. He could be really good. Yeah, he'd be really good. So, basically, though, like, he's able to move, but, like, he's only able to, like, stand for one song at a time. So, not very good. And he obviously realized, and it's very easy to realize that if you're 685 pounds, you probably won't be able to do Broadway. One, it's in New York City. You don't know what those buildings are like. They're probably not as good as you want them to be. Second, though, yeah, if you can only stand for one song at a time and you get winded and hard to walk, it's not going to work out for you, bud. And especially on Broadway, like, that's the thing about it, though. He would need to be able to move very much, because a lot of times they have to dance and shit like that. But I don't know I know, like, when I was in college and I was doing the pit for our musicals, like, they were all dancing and shit. So, there's that. You went to the weight loss doctor, and one thing I know on My 600-Pound Life, they're like, you have to lose so many pounds before we can approve you for weight loss surgery, and I guess they have to lose fat around their liver. I don't know fully why, but it's not just on My 600-Pound Life. If you ever get gastric bypass surgery,
#pray for Micah,
then you would need to actually, you just have to start losing weight. Usually on My 600-Pound Life, they're like 30 to 50 pounds, maybe over 2 months, you have to lose 60 pounds. But Justin, they're like, you gotta lose 100 pounds in a month. And he's like, okay. And then he actually works on it and diets. The funny thing about the dieting, though, is that I think there's, like, one scene his mom's just making garbage for herself and her sister. Like, they're not, like, super skinny, but, like, they're functioning fat. Kind of like,
#pray for Micah.
So, with that, and then he just shames them. He's like, I can't believe you'd bring that food around me while I'm trying to lose weight. And he's like, and I'm like, he has a point. But also, like, his sister just got all, like, work. She's, like, working hard. Also, his sister and his mom are both, like, trying to support him as, well, he's, like, really fat. So once he does that, he can actually start driving and shit. And then she's eating, like, Whataburger in front of him. They're in Texas, FYI. In case you didn't know that. Amarillo, Texas. They're in Texas. So, moving on. He like, shames them anytime they eat junk food around them. Like, garbage food. Which is really funny. But, luckily, this is an inspirational story. So, luckily, he does lose 100 pounds and is approved for gastric bypass surgery. Another weird thing in the show, basically he gets gastric bypass, starts losing weight, and they end it with like him doing a singing performance. He's able to stand for more than 3.5 minutes, the length of an average song. And then also, here's the weird part of it. So there's this LA producer in the show who keeps going back and forth with them on everything. And the LA producer wants to work with Justin on the show. Now, I'm a Nashville producer. I'm not reaching out to any child in any random ass state to be a singer to work with. That's just me. What is this guy's deal? I think there's one thing I'm thinking here. The LA producer had a connection with TLC to try to get him on the show, to try to get him more business. He's a little stingy himself.
Come on, Mark, don't be stingy.
So I think there's something weird with the LA producer. I don't know what it is. There's something super weird with him, and how he's super interested in a 600-pound singer from Amarillo, Texas. There's just something weird about it, and I think he's maybe trying to get him some weird contract type thing. I'm not sure, but yeah. So there's something weird there. I don't know how to explain it, but there is something super weird. So, and then there's also this big. Now, I studied voice in college, and so I know a thing or two about that. I know the larynx. It's everything vibrates, and how you don't want to fuck everything up. There's a big worry about his voice changing after the surgery. But it's a weird thing because I know I don't think his voice will necessarily change. It's gonna change in regards to like how it works, and like it's gonna be a lot easier for him to work because like he's not having to take his breaths are gonna be easier for him to breathe, first of all. So he's just like open up and down, so that's gonna be easier for him. He's not carrying so much weight anymore, so he's not gonna have to worry about that. But this idea of his voice changing, like, oh, you could get a lower voice, or your voice pitch will change, or stuff like that. I don't know. The doctors seem, okay, I don't want to be this girl. I think the doctors were wrong about this but just knowing how the voice works, I've actually studied it. The way it would change would not ruin his singing voice, but would actually make it better. Now, I think Justin, I want to say he's like 16, 17 in the show. That being said, though, the male voice, I believe, if I'm right, the male voice, and I know gender people, shut the fuck up. I know what you're going to say, so shut the fuck up. I'm talking about this. The male voice will stop changing, I think, around 35. That's when, so it'll change as much as it wants to until 35, unless you physically do something to it, or like you scream too much, you smoke, you abuse your everything and shit like that. So it'll continue to change until you're 35. The way his voice would change would be for the better. I used to be pretty fat, then lost it, then I gained some back, and now I'm losing it again. With that, I do notice when I'm like trying to slim down, eating a little bit better, and I'm having a little less weight on my body, that I do sing a lot better because I feel like the breath support's good. I can hit higher notes because you have to breathe a little bit more to get that shit going. Stuff like that. So, in regards to the voice, the way they described it in the show is weird. I think they were trying to explain it in a better way. Yeah, your voice could change after the surgery. Yeah, it could change, but like the fact that you're a good singer at 600 pounds means when you hit 300 pounds, you're going to be a better singer because your body, it's going to take less work for your body to actually produce sound. That makes sense. Some of you probably know a lot about voice and probably hated the way I described that, but some of you don't. But no, I am right when I said that. I am 100% right from what I am saying in regards to the voice. So that was the 685-pound teen. It's on Discovery Plus if you want to watch that for yourself. Very, very great, wholesome episode. Because I usually stay away from the wholesome ones, which is, I think, is a little bit of a problem with me. Because you kind of, when I watch 600 Pound Life, like when it's an inspiration, it's like, yeah, it's cool, good for them. But you kind of I want to watch the ones where they fail and they're terrible people, which is like awful. It's like, I want you to be so fat that you die, which is bad for me. But I think that's what TLC wants. And TLC, there's something wrong with those people on TLC. because like when they do like 90 Day Fiancé where they go visit them in the other country, they're like, I had to save up my money. I don't have a lot of money to be spending on this. I'm like, shouldn't TLC be paying for your fucking plane ticket? We're giving them content, and they're ruining your relationship. So TLC is pretty bad, but also I'm gonna watch a lot of the shit you make. FYI. Next up, I want to talk about this. So your boy finally got HBO Max, which was great. I realized I could just get it with my cable. I can just get a decent thing going there. Also want to say here, I had to help Mama Schweg and Papa Schweg help them sign in on their Roku Smart TV. And it took way too long. Now, it didn't help. I accidentally gave them the wrong password at first, but I think that was a 30-minute. I think we talked afterwards, but it took too long to help them get that set up on their TV. And I know some of you know the pain.
That's rough, buddy.
So, you don't know what's going on. So, I watched the Friends reunion, so I have to talk about my thoughts on that. So, I initially thought it was going to be like they're going to make a new episode with it, but no, it's just them catching up and talking about the show. So I'm not like, Friends isn't like one of my favorite shows by any means, but I wanted to watch the reunion, obviously, because I've seen all the episodes, back when it was on Netflix, back in my day when it was on Netflix, and I like the concept of the show, like life when your friends are your family, and then like the show ends when they all have like their own families of their own, and that's when they move on and they're just friends. Like the show title, that's when, and then they're just friends. Which is funny. So that's but yeah, I was hoping it'd be an actual episode, not like an episode of Friends, not just like, hey, let's all catch up. Oh, the monkey was the worst. Marcel was the worst, and shit like that. I was hoping it'd be an actual episode. And I also know James Corden hosted the Friends reunion, and I know that we're not supposed to like him for some reason. Someone said they don't like him, and apparently other people agreed, and apparently I'm not supposed to like him for some fucking reason. But I don't have a problem with him, and I think the problem is that we both look alike, and so that's not helping either of us. So I hope y'all think James Corden is handsome. So that's the way it is. So... But yeah, no, I do think James Corden is very handsome. So that's all I have to say on James Corden. So if you don't like James Corden, just realize he kind of looks like me, and that should make everything feel better.
I like that.
So let's go with how everyone aged. I did want to talk about that a little bit. The women have all aged really well, and let's thank plastic surgery, Botox. They all look great, all fuckable. I would fuck Rachel. I'm just going to go with the show name, Rachel, and I was going to say Chandler. Well, I would fuck Chandler, no, Phoebe and Monica. But I think, I'm more of like, I guess we all have to pick out the woman you like in the Friends. I was always a Monica guy. I don't know, something about her. It's just, I think that's just the thing. I know most people are into Rachel, but I'd say I was a Monica guy. And then, so, like, the women have all aged really well, thank you to plastic surgery and Botox. The only one who aged like a normal person is Ross, David Schwimmer. I'll refer to him as Ross. He's the only one who looks like, was it 17? Went off the air in 2004. It's like, 17 years since Friends went off the air. I look like a person who has aged 17 years since the age I was 17 years ago. So he looks like he aged normally. And then Joey and Chandler did not age well. They're just like, get a little plump. The Botox is there, but it didn't help anything else. I think the guy who plays Chandler, he got was on a lot of drugs and had some problems. I think people were making fun of his stuttering problem. I didn't notice it. Or I guess I don't notice stuttering problems. I don't know, but he apparently had it, and there was a reasoning why or something with that. I didn't read the article. I just saw the title. It was here's the reason why Chandler was struggling to talk during the reunion, and shit like that. So that was the thing, and then they do all these fun ass shit, little sketch, and they do table reads, a ton of different random table reads. So they do a table read. It's like that scene. I think it was season 1 or 2 or something like that, where Rachel and Ross get into like a big fight at the coffee shop. She locks the door, and Ross tries to get in and shit like that. They're like, I love you, and it's raining and shit like that. Blah, blah, blah. Happy couples. Shut the fuck up. But during the table read, though, one thing I observed, which I know all the men observed, the straight ones, not the gay ones. The gay ones did not notice it. Jennifer Aniston was still not wearing a bra. Now, she was very famous in the show for not wearing a bra. I would say most of us noticed. I always noticed. You always notice when a bunch of nipples just poke through a shirt. And that's how you got men to watch TV shows in the 90s. And that's how I guess we're watching it now. She's still not wearing a bra, which I'm not complaining. And that's always one thing. It's like, women are always expected to wear a bra. I wish I just didn't have to wear a bra. You don't. Unless your boobs cause problems where you need to. Don't. I am perfectly fine with seeing you without a bra on, ladies. Feel free to go braless all the time. Because you know what? I don't care. And sometimes I like that shit. Now, sometimes I know they sag and shit, and that could be annoying. So if you need to wear a bra, just, wear a bra. I don't want to judge anyone. Wear a bra, don't wear a bra. I don't care. I'm into either. So, yeah, that's the way it is.
And I really like that.
So, and then last they did, like a fashion show of all the big fashion moments. They had, Cara Delevingne on the show. And then randomly Justin Bieber was a model on the show too, which like, what was your budget? And like Justin Bieber was in a potato costume and shit like that. And they had Joey dress in all like that time. He wore like all of Chandler's clothes at once and shit like that. So they had that. But yeah, so they had that. So that was what I got out of the Friends reunion. What was the budget? I don't know. Why they didn't make another actual episode of Friends where like catch up on everyone's lives? I don't know. And then also, why is Jennifer Aniston not wearing a bra? And if also, actually, no, I don't care why she doesn't. Just keep doing that shit. That's cool. I think that's all I have to say on the Friends reunion. I think it was fun. If you were into if you ever watched Friends and enjoyed watching an episode, watch it. It's a fun catch up and mustard. Last thing I want to talk about is Mare of Easttown. Now, I want to make sure I don't go too much into this because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who's actually interested in watching it. This is also on HBO Max, but it's a really good short miniseries. But I have problems with it, like always. So let's get into it. First thing, I want to read the description on Wikipedia so I can explain it properly to at least normal people. So here's the description from Wikipedia, cited my source. In the suburbs of Philadelphia, a detective named Mare Sheehan, Kate Winslet, investigates the recent murder of a teenage mother while trying to keep her own life from falling apart. Mare is a local hero, having been the star of a high school basketball championship game 25 years ago. She has also been unable to solve the case of another missing young girl for a year, leading many in the community to doubt her detective skills. Her personal troubles include a divorce, a son lost to suicide, and an ex-heroin addict. Ex-daughter-in-law battling with custody of Mare's grandson. So, yeah, very interesting show. There's like, like this murder mystery you're kind of going through, and like you're trying to figure out who killed this girl. I can't remember her name at the moment because she was in like one episode and then a little bit at the end. But she wasn't alive at the end. It was a flashback. So this show, I think recently I saw Angry Rice, I think that's how you say her name, Betty Brant, like, she played like a character, Shalone or something like that. I can't remember how to say it. And I'm not going to say it. I'm from Kansas, and I can't say words at all. And then he had Evan Peters, Quicksilver, which I know they had the Ralph Boner joke in WandaVision. But however, I believe that he is Quicksilver still, because everyone in like the Hex in WandaVision, that headshot would be the character that Quicksilver would have played, Ralph Boner, and that would be his name in the Hex. It wouldn't be his name in when the Hex is gone. Everyone had different names and lives and shit like that. So that's the thing, though. He was Ralph Boner in the Hex type thing. So still the real one. The multiverse is still there. Make sure Evan Peters is the definitive Quicksilver because he is the best Quicksilver. That's when X-Men released him, and then And then MCU did their own, and it's like, oh, that one's the bad Quicksilver, and this is the good Quicksilver. And then you also have Guy Pearce's Aldred Killian in there as a love interest, just randomly. But yeah. So if you're into the MCU actors, a lot of them are in this. At least 3 of them. So, initially going into the show, I'm like, Mare of Easttown. That's a unique name. What is a mare? Like, you don't know what a mare is and shit like that, so I'm like, maybe I'll learn what a mare is when I watch the show. The main character's name is Mare. And she is a detective and lives in a town called Easttown. Mare of Easttown. So, I was kind of disappointed in that. I thought the title of the show would have a little bit more cool meaning of it. But, I guess it doesn't. And then there's a scene in there where Mare gets put on administratively by the chief of police of the town. And I realized then when watching the show that this is a fictional story, because a police officer holding another police officer accountable. I don't want to tell why, because that's a spoiler in the show. As I itch my nose for the millionth time. But it's a fictional story, and police being held accountable in a story, that's fictional. That would never happen in real life. That only happens in the movies, so that's something. And you basically I learned from the bio, so this is not a spoiler. Mare's son is dead, and in the 5th episode, she watches like some home videos of when he was a kid, and he's like, it's my birthday, what day is it? August 14th. I'm like, that's my birthday. The name of a kid who died to suicide, and we share the same birthday. Now, did the writers of the show know this? No, they couldn't have. However, am I going to say they did? No. But in my mind, am I going to pretend they did? Yes, because everything revolves around me. That's how my life works, folks. And I have a problem with them having the guy who committed suicide have the same birthday as me. I just had to point that out to everyone. And I'm going to keep that as one of my problems.
I identify as a fucking threat.
So never do that shit again to the writers of that show. But then also, you get near the ending and you kind of figure out who the murderer is. And without any spoiler alerts, it's someone who was in the show from the beginning. However, I don't feel like there was a lot of good character development. There's just so many characters in the show that I just do not give a shit about. And you end up the people, the murders and shit like that, the people involved, whoever was involved, I'm not going to spoil that for you. I just don't give a shit about them. It's like, oh, they're the ones who did it? Okay. Do I care? Not really. You're just hoping it was something cool, something unique. Like, they set up like a red herring of like this priest a priest may have done it, but turns out that he was a good guy who did something bad a while ago. That's just, what happened. But, no. So, I don't know. There's too many characters in the show, I would say, and you just don't care about them once you figure out who did it, and you're like, oh, man, why did they do it? This fucking sucks.
That's rough, buddy.
But, I think that's all I have to say on the show. Yeah, I guess I did have a lot of opinions, but, that's what being me is, having a lot of opinions and just having them and sticking to them. So, yeah. There, Schwokelord, you just finished a full clip from the show. I hope you liked it, and I hope your brain cells don't hurt. If you want to check out more, we got more links here. We got full episodes, more clips, and the best of everything. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe, and like this video if you enjoyed it.